$200 annually. They can do as many roofs as they want within a year. Now, if somebody comes in a roofer and he's not a registered contractor, he'll follow the building schedule of the square footage. That didn't change any of that. Am I leaving anything out, Melody? You done?
Well, you just said something really important there. You just made it sound like that you don't have to be registered if you're a roofing contractor, that you no longer have to be registered.
If they come in and they're not registered, you're right. I correct that. They still have to get their registration to be able to do it, yes.
We're protecting our citizens with liability insurance.
Right. And the liability insurance remains just like it was. Nothing was changed there. And I don't know if y'all got a chance to go through it. I don't know if y'all read my 2 pages. It's important to me that you did. But if you didn't get a chance to go through all that, everything that we changed in here I highlighted and I put it in red so that y'all would know what changes were actually made.
Well, my biggest problem I have with all this is that we've been talking about fixing our sign issues for 2 or 3 years now. I know you and I personally have, and then we've had a couple of workshops, and we can't seem to get that done, but all of a sudden here we've changed the amount of fee for putting up temporary signs, portable signs that we've already agreed were going to go away. But we've got them in here on a new fee schedule.
But they're still existing right now until we change that ordinance.
When are we changing it?
That's next on my list, sir.
It should be before this one. Our next meeting? We've been talking about it forever, so
I know, but
you're changing the fee for it right now instead of enacting it and make this.
I didn't change any of the sign fees. The only thing I did was move the fee over there for the electrical. That's all I did. I did nothing to the sign fees at all.
So the sign fees, even though this is an amended fee ordinance, this does not put any new sign fees or amended sign fees themselves in.
No, so the only thing, and I have it highlighted, is electric permit, because it was over under electrical. We moved it over under signs. That's all we did.
Okay.
That's what I'll say, it said illuminated sign.
Yeah.
And so right above that, you have temporary banner, portable sign type, $35. So that's one of the many things we discussed. What do we do to get that taken off?
Well, what he's saying is
That's agenda?
what he's saying is that's already in the fee schedule, so it's just in this because it's a new version of that. It's not, put it this way, if we were to strike that from the fee schedule tonight, all it would do is mean that you could get those same permits for free. We couldn't do anything out of this ordinance that's before us tonight that would change the sign ordinance. This would just affect the fees. And they're not proposing any additional fees other than as it relates to electrical to spell that out.
But on the hot tubs, what is it the city does?
Why are we doing anything there?
What does it do
We
to
don't put them in ground.
get a cost? No, hot tub's not in the ground, it's on top of the concrete. They roll it back
I
there.
understand
Yeah,
you're having electrical hookup and they're checking to make sure that there's GFCI properly, but
Well, we just made it separate to count electric and plumbing in it.
There's no plumbing, they're all solid state units.
Electrical work done.
No, you have no plumbing with a spa. They come all one unit.
you have to have water.
Well, maybe some of that.
Now, there may be some they built.
Yeah, there's some, because I was looking
If
at
it's built
that.
into a pool, I guess.
Yeah, there are some. We don't get very many of these, but we didn't have anything to cover it in case we do.
Okay. Well, Marvin, to speak to what Darren brought up, since we did, it's been a while since we had that sign workshop. What schedule do you think that you can bring signs back to us either for a workshop or with a proposal to make the, I thought for the most part we had.
We worked it all out.
We worked it out.
Hours on a Saturday.
Yeah, so.
Any other discussions, and that's my point, is there's a lot of work on here, and I appreciate it very much. I appreciate everything that has gone into this. My frustration is that we have a lot of work in the sign ordinance. We've had lots of complaints about our sign ordinance and the enforcing, and I've talked to code enforcement, and they have their hands tied because our laws aren't clear enough. When are we going to focus on that, since that was discussed before this ever came close to coming up?
I'd start working on it right now, sir.
I mean, I know this is about making money, and I don't even believe that that's what permits should be, but
Well, and I actually don't think this, because this actually
makes us less.
I think what brought this, I think what made this an immediate thing, and Marvin can correct me if I'm wrong, over the last few weeks was that there was somebody that wound up getting a siding permit that was based on our current fee schedule, was well beyond what anybody would argue is fair. And so I think that probably spurred staff on to attempt to fix that situation, and they were addressing it right then. Ultimately, I agree with you, we dealt with the signs long enough ago that I think it's fair to say, when's that gonna be brought back up, but
we had a lot of citizen complaints on that, and we've invested time in it, but we dropped it there, so that's my only point.
Robert, how long ago was it that you comprehensively looked at this in 4 months?
How long ago what now?
That you did this kind of analysis on the field, like, has it been 5 years?
Oh, yeah, well, no, I did some when the law changed 2 years ago, or a year and a half ago.
But the comprehensive, this seems more comprehensive.
Yeah, the more comprehensive study that I did had been more than 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And I understand about the signs, and I was kind of wanting to have, like, COVID's affected a lot, but I kind of wanted to have, like with the business owners to start off with, and get their input, and then I was going, to hold a workshop here before I actually drafted it. But I can come up with what we've already done and put it together and have in January if you wanted to.
I think that'd be good. I think basing it back on, what we did, obviously, you'll probably have to pull up the recordings of those meetings, because you have had a busy year since then, but yeah, I think that's fair, and then we'll discuss it then, and, based on what you put together.
Make a motion to approve ordinance number 12/2020.
Second.
I got a question. What about the deal in question? How are we gonna remedy?
Let me say, we have a motion and a second to approve ordinance number 1298/2020. Do we have any further discussion?
Yeah, what about the situation with where you got charged $600?
Because I was in the process of doing it, I'd recommend a refunder to do it.
Okay. Add that to it, and I'm good.
I don't even think we need, I think ultimately you have that, if we change the ordinance, you have that authority, as the city manager. I think so. If anybody wants to put that in the motion, we can, but other than that, I think Marvin can do that. And we've got clear, I think all of us think that that's fair. Nobody needs to pay $600 for a siding permit. And I commend staff for bringing this up as opposed to just leaving it alone to try to help that person as well as future people. So, do we have any further discussion? We have a motion, to approve ordinance 1298/2020. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And we will, look forward to resuming our sign discussion in January.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll have to, Mr. House won't leave me alone.
That's good.
If you live.
That's good.
You're never there, because you're always here.
I know where you live.
You know where you work.
The office back there. All right, we will move to item number 12, which is to consider approval of resolution 1032-2020, amending the authorized representative on city bank accounts and repealing resolution 971-2019.
This is due to the, new mayor pro tem and the new mayor, and so we need to change the signatures on our bank account. And this is the first step that we do. Now, they'll send it out like we did last time to y'all by, email, and you'll fill it out and sign it as we did before. They don't do it anymore like they used to. They have to bring you to the office and get you to sign it, so, we're setting it up to where, Joseph Ashton, mayor, Darren Houck would be the mayor pro tem, and then, of course, me and Paula, and then we've all